I kid y'all not. I just got off of work. I'm still in my uniform, as you can see. I stopped by McDonald's. I went and got me some chicken nuggets, a 20-piece with a large fry with a Dr. Pepper. You know how we do. But anyway, we are here to discuss the Volume 8 end of volume report. This is a live reaction, y'all. Live reaction. We're not trying to do anything. We're not trying to extend anybody's time. We're not going to have any of those fake YouTuber reactions. We're not doing none of that. Boom, had to make it full screen. That's not, hold up. Okay, there we go. Let's get straight to it, right? All right, so Need for Speed Unbound, Volume 8, Cops versus Racers, Volume 8 end of volume report. Player insights and community feedback collected during the volume. All right, the hot pursuit is nearly over as Volume 8 is nearing its conclusion. Before we move on to Volume 9, we wanted to take a moment to look back on the recent weeks, how you've been playing, and the feedback you shared with us. All right, now before we even get into this, I've already set my expectations so low that there is not anything that could possibly make me upset in this. Not at all. Like there's nothing that they could possibly say that would make me want to crash out on them. They can't be. There can't be, right? As we mentioned in our roadmap at the start of the year, player feedback helps shape the future of Need for Speed. Part of our commitment back to you is to be open about what we're hearing from you along the way and sharing some of our own thoughts in response. Just listen to us. We don't need none of your thoughts in response. Just listen to us, do what the community wants, and then maybe the game will be better. Like that maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to, you feel me, and just go ahead and just see what we're saying, right? Before we get into the Volume 8 feedback, however, let's take a quick look at some in-game stats that we've collected. Now, they've done this a few times. I'm not going to say it's cap because I personally cannot see the stats. But some of the stuff they be doing and putting on here, it's one of those things where you got to like side-eye them a little bit. Like, is that really what's going on? Is that really the most popular car? Is that really the most popular track? It's one of those things, right? So, let's start from the left and then go to the right. I'm already seeing some BS in here. What is this? That boy, stop it, right? Okay, top PvP pools. Hot Pursuit S tier. Okay, I believe that. Hot Pursuit. I believe that 100%, man. Because Hot Pursuit was the brand new mode. Everybody wants to hop on it. Everybody wants to get that money. And Hot Pursuit had that double money, double XP for a fat minute. I tell y'all, if y'all are new to the game, that is the best way to get your money up. 100%. I went from like 9 mil to like 15 mil in like 3 hours. It was crazy. I felt like I was laundering money or something. I felt like Walter White. It was going crazy, right? Okay. Cop career. Fastest cop career completion, 12 hours, 6 minutes, 43 seconds. So they really had somebody speed running. That's funny. Okay. Top 3 Hot Pursuit racer vehicles. Audi R8, I already know that's number 1, 100%, and by a large margin. That car is broken. That's the best car in the game. Of course we gonna have that car, right? Now the BMW M5 gotta be cap. Let's stop lying, Criterion. Let's stop lying, bro. There are so many other cars that I see people using. I see the F40 a lot. I see the Ford Raptor. I have never seen the BMW M5 being used unironically. 276,000 people. Y'all got to hit me up in the DMs or hit me up on YouTube comments or something and tell me why you're using that car. That car is buns, booty butt. Oh my goodness. All right, and then we have the Skyline GTR V-Spec R34. I believe it, to be honest. I believe it. It's relatively cheap. It's a really good car, all-wheel drive. I believe it. The top 3 Hot Pursuit cop cars. Now, this right here, that's where I feel like it's not really accurate. Because, of course, the Crown Victoria is going to be the best one. It's going to be the one with the most selections because that's the one that you, 1, get into automatically when you get crashed out. That's what you do when you switch from the racer side to the cop side. And then 2, that's what everybody starts with regardless. So, I mean, is it valid? Yes, but I guess not at the same time. Because, of course, it's going to be up there. That's one of those statistics that, I mean, it seems inflated, you know? Now, number 2, the Porsche 911. I believe that one bolts off the line. I'm surprised that the GTR is not up here. Isn't the GTR the best cop car? I'm surprised it's not up here, but sure. And then the Land Rover Sport. You know what? I believe that one, which is funny because every single time that I'm in a cop lobby, every single time I swear to y'all, that is always somebody in the Range Rover or the Land Rover, bro. Every single time. And they always got the other little pink force field. Let me tell y'all, it don't matter what car you're in. If you get hit by that freaking Range Rover with that ESV, EPP, EDP force field on it, you're cooked. Your life, it could be this. It's going to go to this immediately. You could go through a gas station and then get hit again. You're cooked off rip. That thing is insane. Okay, top 3 Hot Pursuit playlist, A+ tier, Vertigo, Old Town Road, and Headspin. I'm not even like, I don't even know the Hot Pursuit tracks like that off the top of my head, so sure. It's no surprise that racers love fast rides, and as a result, the most popular PvP pool were the Hot Pursuit S tier events. Yes, 100%, because that is where it's the most equal. I mean, A+, you're still going against S+ cop cars, right? And then don't even mention A tier. That's when we really start to get into some absolute demonic, wicked. Whoever is the dev that decided that we were going to put A tier racers against S+ cop cars, wicked, bro. You're fired. I'm coming into the office. I would fire these people so quickly that the next day that they come into the office, all their stuff is already packed up on the desk. No need for no goodbyes. No need for nothing else where you're done. Get your stuff and go. We're bringing in new people, 100%, man. In terms of cars, a mix of precision German engineering and glorious Japanese steel led the way for Hot Pursuit racers. I don't believe BMW. I don't believe BMW is up there. I don't believe it. I need some more statistics, y'all. That is cap. Hunting them down, the iconic Crown Vic was chosen over 1 million times as the cop car. Okay, so this is just talking about these. Okay. Yeah, cool. All right. Head over to the community-run subreddit and Discord server. Let me stop playing before I start some beef, man. Okay, I don't know if we want to head over to there. They be on some bad timing, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, now onto your feedback. So these right here, I noticed that these are the same thing that they said in the last one, so that's why I'm not gonna read them. Literally the exact same thing, copy and paste. But basically what they're saying is we're only going to include stuff for Unbound. Majority of your feedback right here, majority of your feedback won't be addressed during this year of live service. So a lot of the stuff that like new cars, new tracks, all that sort of stuff that's not already planned out for the rest of the game's life cycle is not going to happen. That's basically what they're saying. Like they're going to keep it in the back of their heads, but they're going to write it down somewhere on a note and then put it in the way back of the binder where the dust buddies at. Like they're gonna forget about it for now, and then it'll be brought up in the next Need for Speed, basically, right? Okay, top feedback for Hot Pursuit mode. Y'all, I'm praying that we all came together and realized that these cop cars are broken. I'm praying right now. Let's do it. Highest rated reply on Twitter. I think it'd be nice for the repair kits from Need for Speed Heat to return for use as the racers in Hot Pursuit mode. I noticed that some of the racetracks rarely go through gas repair stations, making it difficult to survive the longest of Hot Pursuit race events. Yeah, they need to go. I think personally that it should be one gas station per race. And I think the gas station should be in the direct middle of the beginning of the race and the end of the race. That way, you have to make it to the middle, and the cops still have enough time to destroy people from the beginning to the middle, and then from the middle to the end, they still have enough time to destroy them so that they don't automatically win when they go to the gas station. There is one track in Hot Pursuit that has like 3 gas stations, and then there's another track in Hot Pursuit that literally has a gas station at 95% of the race. What is that? Are you kidding me? So you're telling me that somebody could survive the entire time right here, make it to that gas station, and they're at the finish line immediately? That is so crazy to me. That is insane, man. That is insane. Okay. Highest rated reply on IG. I don't even be on IG. I didn't even know they was on IG. Dang. More spaces for liveries and cars. And let me go on a little rant real quick. So they got IG, Twitter, Reddit, Discord. They got all of those. But yet, the only time that we actually hear from them is when they're about to drop an update. I'm going to leave that alone, though. That's for a whole nother video I got planned for y'all. I'm about to go in. It sounds like you all have really been enjoying this throwback mode, but there's naturally a lot of feedback on ways to make it better, which you can be assured will be taken into consideration for whatever comes next for Need for Speed. Okay, so they're not saying that Volume 9 will be the last thing. They're kind of just putting it up in the air, because I don't even think they know. So let's relax on volume 9's the last volume and all that sort of stuff because we don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody, don't let people lie to you. Nobody knows except probably the dev team, maybe the EA creator partner program things, right? Where all the YouTubers at, except for me, are at. Okay, we can see that players agree there should be restrictions on resets. Good, as racers tend to go out of bounds in order to hold on. As racers tend to go out of bounds in order to evade cops and automatically reset away from them. We mean resets from cops, not resets as racers. The reason why racers are going out of bounds like that is because the cops are so broken. Okay, before we go into it, let's go ahead and read everything else, right? Repair kits should be reintroduced, and there are too many or too few gas stations on circuits. Limiting the number of repairs through stations would also help balance things out. Something to consider here is that the world of Unbound was made way before we introduced Hot Pursuit, so there will be some inconsistencies with where we can have garage placement, something again that would be considered from the start of any future iterations. And that's what I said in one of my videos. People are asking for more gas stations and stuff like that, but we have to remember that they basically just took tracks from multiplayer and put them in Hot Pursuit, and that's what we're using. They didn't make this stuff from scratch. So if a track happens to have a gas station in it, then that's what it happens to have, right? Now, they could implement something where you cannot go through the gas station, where if you try and go through it, your car will like hit it and crash out, crash cam, or maybe it's closed or something like that. But for all the stuff that is happening in this game regarding like new tracks and all that sort of stuff, it's already been in the game, and they basically build the mode around the stuff that's already in the game, right? So they're not going to go out of their way and make a brand new section of the map that has one gas station over here and another gas station at 95% of the race and everything. That's just the luck of the draw, to be honest. They said, let's make a track from this point to that point. Boom, there we go. Or they just copied it, like I said before, from multiplayer and just put it in there, added cops, added players, and that was it. Simple as that, right? This is the dev response right here. We hear how players would appreciate being able to drive the police cars in free roam, and that is disappointing that they're limited to the Hot Pursuit playlist and that there is a desire for more cop-focused modes. Quite so, okay, so here, and this is why my expectations were low. Quite simply, this isn't something we are going to be able to do for Unbound. So everybody that's asking for the cops in Volume 9 to be able to drive in free roam, that's it, man. They can't do it. I personally don't understand why they cannot just bring the liveries and bring the light bars over from cops, because the assets are already in the game clearly, right? We have them in Hot Pursuit mode. So I don't understand why they're not able to do this. But if they're not able to do it, they're not able to do it. We can't do anything about it. I guess that's just their decision to make, right? We had to take into consideration how the systems work and not get into a situation in free roam where people who don't want to be targeted get targeted. Right, see, because I know that some of y'all, and it was a great idea, where you guys would have like different lobbies where people could, like in GTA, how they could like go passive mode and stuff like that. But that's a lot of stuff that a small dev team is probably not going to put the time in to do. And that's like a whole different like lobby system. They got to make new servers for all that sort of stuff, I'm assuming. So I figured that wasn't going to happen. But the fact that we can't even have deliveries or the light bar, that doesn't even make any sense to me. It's literally already in the game. The servers and everything are not already in the game. They would have had to made those from scratch. So, okay. We would have loved to put more time and consideration for how something like cops and free roam would affect the game, but to have the experience to the quality we expect, it isn't possible or wasn't possible in the time we had. Noted loud and clear, though, that cop play modes and customization are light and you want more of it. Of course we want more of it. This game, Need for Speed, is literally a customization game. That is the basis of Need for Speed. That's what separates it from Crew Motorfest, Forza, CarX, all these other games that are out here. That is what separates it, right? Top feedback on Pursuit Tech, please, y'all. Come on. Add the police cars to free roam. They already said that. Let us use the... Yep, see, free roam. Yep. Okay. As with the hot pursuit mode, one of the biggest feedback points was to allow police cars to be used and customized in free roam. The spike strips are universally the most used tool, as it trips racers up the most. Universally, it is agreed that pursuit tech should stay in the hot pursuit mode. Good. But racers should have the ability to use some tech too, such as EMPs, jammers, or shock rams. Shock rams? Okay. Tire inflation. Yep. And EMP should last a little longer. No, it should not. Boy. There we go. We fixed it. This is what it should have said. An EMP should not last a little longer. Boy, you done lost your mind. But these devs need to go. Get them out of here. I'm replacing them. Hey, bench them, coach. Bench them. Their response: great to see that pursuit tech is welcome back into the fray. We hear that some improvements in balancing would make the experience better overall. We have, as with everything, many plans on how we could take pursuit tech further, but these would be things we would take into account for the future of Need for Speed. So what is being fixed? What is being fixed? I don't understand. So every single thing that we are recommending for them to do, they're just saying, oh, that's for a new Need for Speed. Oh, that's for future. Oh, that's for the future. But what is the date of this stuff? How do we know that the stuff that we are telling you guys is actually going to be implemented? It seems like this is a cop-out that they're using. And excuse me if I am kind of jumping the gun here and having assumptions, right? Let me know in the comments, y'all, if I'm maybe reading this incorrectly. But it seems like all the stuff that we are saying to them that would help their game, it's not like we're just randomly thinking of this stuff that would ruin the game, right? We want the game to succeed. Everything we are saying, they're like, oh, we acknowledge that, but no. Like that's what it seems like. Like it happened for this, it happened for this. Like all the responses are just yes, but maybe later. And you know when they say maybe, it means a no. So okay. Highest rated reply on Twitter. Okay, so this is cop progression. Excuse me. Not very fun due to the first and second cop cars being hard to drive. Being able to use them in free mode, so you can get a feel for them and tune them would have been good. Radar has way too much clutter, making it hard to see where racers are. Respawns are sometimes awful for cops. Understandable. Sometimes, like as a cop, you do respawn like on the complete opposite side of the map, not even near the racers you're trying to catch, right? Like, what was the point of that? And then on IG, I'll be honest, I was sort of hoping this update would allow us to make our own custom cop cars out of any cars in the game. Asking for too much. Asking for too much, brother. That's my only note. Otherwise, keep it up. Okay, like this right here, like making a cop car out of, and technically they could do it because, like I said before, they have the liveries, they have the light bars, but being able to do that and then implementing it in the hot pursuit, nah, I think that's a little too much for them. It sounds like you generally like the change of pace with cop progression and would love to see more about this in future updates / games with a cop. Okay, so future updates. So I don't think Volume 9, like I'm over here trying to pinpoint stuff and nitpick. I don't think Volume 9 is the last volume. You would love to see more about this in future updates / games. Maybe they're talking about like updates as in games, like newer installments in the series, but with a cop-centric mode, it gives the cops more of an identity. Some of the negatives surround the missions that don't relate to the cop mentality. For example, it doesn't make sense to have an objective which is reach 200 miles per hour as a cop. Yo, I swear they watched my video on that, bro. There's no way because I used that exact terminology when I was talking about the challenge. There's no way they had that watch my video, man. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say is they might have watched the kid. They might have watched the kid. That's all I'm gonna say. Missions should be linked to relevant gameplay. Right. I'm telling y'all, this is exactly what I said, almost bar for bar. There was no point in who is getting 200 miles per hour as a cop. Like, okay. Another point we hear loud and clear, it's fun to peacock and not being able to use the cop cars or free roam, which is basically flex. This basically means flex for everybody that doesn't know. And not being able to use the cop cards in free roam means there's less facility to be able to do so. Their response, I haven't even read the dev response yet, y'all, but I'm willing to put $500 million of your money on the fact that they're going to say, we understand it, but it's going to come next game. Let's read it. It's great to hear that the cop experience overall is liked and that players would love to see more customization, more opportunities for play, and more freedom. Check, check, check. It would be great to hear what kind of modes, plays, and progressions you would like to see for the future. For example, would you want the choice to play as a cop or racer for the whole game? What? Where did they even acknowledge this? Did they even acknowledge the problem here? They didn't even talk about it. Okay. Top feedback for cop customs. All right. In response to what customs were your favorite and what customs would you most like to see? Highest rated reply on Twitter. The hot pursuit theme, basically. This picture of a Dodge Charger. I didn't even put a picture. I'm crying. It didn't. Y'all couldn't have embedded a picture in there, really? Okay. Picture of a Dodge Charger in LSPD livery. Okay. German police cars like the M5 and M3 and the missing Italian Ferrari, Alfa Romeo. I cannot pronounce those. I'm not even going to try. We're happy to see cop customs that have been really, really well received overall, with lots of people discussing other additions they'd like to see from the game. The 959, which was the Porsche, for anybody that doesn't know, was the car that was brought up the most, but every car has a fan. Sure does. Dodge Chargers, Lambos, and Camaros were all requested, as were some from previous Need for Speed titles. That being said, if given the choice, players would prefer to have the existing cop cars available in free roam than time spent on adding new cars. Loud and clear on the cop cars being used in free roam and for the future in more places in general rather than just this mode. Fantastic feedback on the types of cop cars and customization you would like to see too. What about cop characters? Do you want to be able to play? Bruh, how about you worry about adding the cops to free roam first? Let's get there first. Let's get a confirmation that that is what's happening. Then we can start talking about if we want to dress in Racer X helmets, if we want to look cool, if we want to play as Cross or Shaw. I want to play as my character. My character bad. I don't know about y'all, but my girl light skin with curly hair, and she got the ski mask on too, the balaclava, whatever you call them things. My girl bad. I'm playing as her. I'm playing as her. I don't want to play as no Cross or Shaw. Get him out of here. Talking about Shaw. Boy, this ain't Fast and Furious. Stop that. Yes, I know that Shaw was before Fast and Furious. Please do not get on my head for that. I was just trying to be funny, guys. Okay. Top feedback for new rides. This is what we want, man. It is meta, LOL, but when are y'all adding the ZL1? Highest rated reply on IG. Please add a separate S Plus playlist where the Regera and Eviha are blacklisted from being used. No, bruh. No. They're not doing this, bro. They added it for that purpose. Why would they go back on it and like, why would they do that? And even then, even if they did a playlist where the Regera and the Eviha were blacklisted, one, majority of people are not going to play it because they use those two cars. And then two, on top of that, the new Bugatti and the Evo are just going to be the best cars again. Like, the thing about it, when all the cars are not on equal footing, people don't understand that it doesn't matter what car is meta, because as soon as that car gets taken out, the car right under it is going to be the meta, and then people are just going to use that car. So the solution is not to add a separate playlist, because now all you're going to see is Evos, Spiders, and Bugattis. That's all you're going to see. So everybody that's trying to bring their B car, bring a Beetle or a Mini Cooper up to S Plus, that's not going to help you. It's not going to help y'all. That's what people don't understand when they ask for stuff like this. It's disappointing when I want to use any other S Plus car only to have zero chance to get to the Eviha, even if I drive flawlessly. Because your car is, because your car sucks. If you are in a Lamborghini Urus and you brought it up to S Plus, how good do you think that car is going to be realistically? Like, come on now. Like, what? Short answer, Eviha is overpowered. Some have said that it killed the S Plus playlist. Exaggeration. For anything else, this was already a problem anyway. The Regera was already, like, come on. Once one person in the lobby selects it, the rest follow suit so that they don't lose races. While some say the Regera is close to the Eviha's performance on certain events, it's still too big a gap overall. Okay. The 959, on the other hand, is considered a pretty competitive car in the class that they represent and is well liked in general. Oh, I'm ready for this. What's next? Dev response: so we knew the EV would be a beast and a Regera killer. It was too cool a car not to add. Right. Like, this stuff is intentional, guys. When people see that these cars are very good, that stuff is intentional. They knew that car would be able to smoke the Regera. They knew that. They knew this car would be the best in S+. This is not a mistake. That's why they're not nerfing it, because it's not a mistake. This was literally their intention right here, and they just confirmed it. We knew that the EV would be a beast and a Regera killer, in parentheses. So that, yeah, for the future, we want to overcome the issue of meta cars in general, which we already have a bunch of designs and solutions on what we would do. But as you can imagine, a fundamental change to vehicle tiers and performance index like this isn't going to be something we are able to do for Unbound, but will be solved for the future. No nerfs. There's no nerfs. That's what they're saying right here. There will be no nerfs. Everybody's asking for the EVH nerf, R8 nerf, all that sort of stuff. These cars were designed with this in mind, bro. Like, come on now, guys. There will be no nerfs. And overcome the issue of meta, that's impossible. That is impossible, because there will always be one car that just drives better, that just has better stats, that has more power, all-wheel drive, can micro drift easier. There will always be one car above the rest, and that's just simply how it is. Like, and even then, like I said before, even if the R8 was not meta, then it would just go down to the car that's next. Like, there's always going to be a meta, because there will always be something that is better at something else than everything else. That's just how it is. In literally every video game ever, even in single player games, there is a meta. That's just how it is. What's next? So this right here doesn't even come out till tomorrow. I'm like pretty sure it's stuck. Like, yeah, so this right here, if you guys want to go wait for it, just go to the Need for Speed Unbound, or no, Need for Speed YouTube channel in general, and that is the first video you should see. It should look like this. So there we go. Okay. Thank you all for staying with us on this journey and for all your feedback. Now that we've closed the book on Need for Speed Unbound's 8th volume, it's time to look ahead to our biggest update of the year and one you won't want to miss. Join us tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so it's not saying, so they didn't confirm that this is the last update. They just said it's our biggest update of the year. So what I'm thinking is, I think they're still going to support this game, but it's not going to be updates like this. That themed updates is probably not going to be the thing that they do. I think they'll probably like introduce a new PvP playlist or some new tracks, something small, right? But it's not a theme. The theme stuff is done. That stuff is done 100%. My air freshener going off up there, this kind of scared me a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought a ghost was over here tickling me or something, right? But anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this. I am honestly very excited. I think this will be a very good update. I don't think, because there hasn't been a bad update since like Volume 5. Volume 6 was fire. They brought the new handling and all that. Volume 7 was fire. They brought drift and drag and new handling again. And then Volume 8, they brought Hot Pursuit, which is a brand new game mode, right? So I don't think that they're going to fumble the bag like that. I really don't. And this update was extended way past when it was even supposed to drop in the first place. Absolutely not. I think that they got it on lock. I think that it's going to be a great update. We're all going to enjoy it, hopefully, because some people just cannot be pleased, right? That's just half of the Need for Speed community in general, because it's not Most Wanted Part 2. Oh well, sorry. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you enjoyed, make sure to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you are new. And also let me know if you guys want me to have my face in this sort of stuff again, and I can talk directly to you guys, or if you would rather just have the gameplay and just a voiceover, right? So just let me know, guys. I love y'all. Thank you for 700 subs. We're almost at 730 already, which is amazing. I think we could really hit 1,000 by like mid-December. But anyway, y'all, I really do appreciate the support, and I will see y'all in the next video.